butterflies. Hola from Cuba. Just kidding, never been there. But Vanessa's parents got this for me when they went a few years ago. And I've decided that every week I should probably have a new prop. And seeing as I have multiple fans, you're going to get introduced to them each and every week. Probably more than an episode of the Antisocial Socialite. Woo! No, hi guys, I'm back. We are experiencing a heat wave in Boston, as is pretty much the entire rest of the world. Thank you, global warming. Yesterday, this is Tuesday morning, BT dubs, we wrote, it was day 7 of the heat wave. And today is supposed to be a mild 85 degrees, which is why I've decided, let me actually do my hair today. And here I am. And I'm going out this evening, so that's why I was like, I'll look somewhat human, because if you saw my hair yesterday, you would have thought that I was like in some kind of horror movie that just escaped death 14 times. Yeah, it was not a pretty sight. But anyway, here I am. I literally have like no script for this week's episode. Don't usually anyway. I just do like, oh, maybe let's talk about that, or maybe let's talk about this. But I just want you to know that like most of my show is just like random shit I think of, talk about, whatever. And with the heat wave, not wanting to go outside really this weekend, I was by the pool, ran a couple errands, hung out with a friend. That was it. And hanging out with my friend literally consisted of being in the AC or being at the pool. So it wasn't even like we went out, you know, like out. Not trying to be outside right now. But Laura, my BFF, she's been on this show a couple of times already, was watching the limited series of Wet Hot American Summer. Okay? If you guys know me, if you know my humor, if you know that movie, brownie points to you, because that is like one of my all-time favorite movies, Wet Hot American Summer. And then Netflix produced 2 limited series after that, The First Day of Camp and 10 Years Later. And it is wildly hysterical. So if you guys haven't had a chance to watch it, I highly suggest you do so. Start with the movie and then move on to the limited series. But it is pretty much like a Jewish camp in the early 1980s. And it's like so inappropriate but hysterical at the same time. And there is like a star-studded cast. I hate when people say that. All those like cliche little terms. I hate. Ugh. Anyway, but there was a star-studded cast, so I should probably shut my mouth. Bradley Cooper, that was like one of the first movies he ever was in. Jeanine Garofalo, David Hyde Pierce, Molly Shannon, you know, the girl from Mighty Ducks. I'm like, why am I not thinking of her name right now? It's Margaret Moreau, or yeah, I think in real life. Paul Rudd, Amy Poehler, Michael Showalter, who also like created the movie and show, Michael Ian Black, Zach Orth, I'm trying to think who else is in the movie because I know I'm missing people. Oh, Christopher Maloney, duh, Detective Stabler. He was in it. I mean, it's just like hysterical because it's like a cult classic that you're not like, oh my god, there's all these stars in this movie. It is literally the dumbest, funniest movie. So please watch it. Please. I'm begging you. But that's what I did this weekend of like avoiding the heat, then watching people enjoying the heat. Because that's like how kids watch YouTube videos of kids unboxing and playing with toys. That's how I felt. But anyway, it just like got my mind like reimagining and like revisiting all the words right now. It is still hot. My brain cannot process. But my experiences at summer camp. So I went to summer camp probably for I think like 9 or 10 summers. And yeah, actually, yeah, I think it was 10. And I had like some of the best times at summer camp. So my cousins and my brother went with us for the first camp, and then my younger brother and I went for like 2 years to the second camp. It was all part of the YMCA. But like, what better place than Cape Cod to go to summer camp, right? So Camp Linden was the first camp, Camp 132 was the second camp, and like I literally had so much fun. So just so you know, like I am a GIMP master. I can like do lanyards all day long with GIMP. I was also an archery profesh. Like I was so good at archery and I need to go somewhere and actually like exercise that. Brandon, my older brother, was actually really good at archery. Of course, you know, he was bought the whole archery set, the bows and arrows, probably like tried to shoot it at me a couple of times. I don't remember, but that sounds like on brand for him. And but yeah, I absolutely loved it. Boating, there was just like so many different things there. We had like a really good time. Every Thursday you could do like the sleepover because it was a day camp, and we would definitely just be like, oh fuck, there's bears in the woods, but you're like sleeping with like 30 other campers, and you're just like, if I'm gonna die, we're all gonna die, right? So I'm kind of surprised that I enjoy camping, but I'm more of the glamping style, as if you cannot tell. But I loved camping as a kid. I loved going to summer camp. So you guys tell me your experiences if you ever went to summer camp and what it was like for you. You know, definitely drop it in the comments. I want to chat about this because I feel like most kids don't have that opportunity, so I was like super lucky to have that. But summer camp was like the balls. I loved it. I loved every moment of it. And then, yeah, I'm trying to think like what else happened except for like, you know, I made a bunch of friends there. Of course, like we were cool with the camp counselors. They ended up, some of us being like our babysitters, you know, after the summertime. I had my first crush there. It was the camp counselor, Mike Lewandowski. If he's ever watching this, just know that like 8-year-old, 10-year-old Katie loved you. You're probably like mid to late 40s now. Where are you in the world? Like, let's chat about that, you know? Should I do like a Craigslist misconnections and see if he like picks up on it? I don't know. It's making me blush right now. No, this is like, you know, just reliving. That's when I was social, guys. That's like when I was like, yeah, let's make friends. Yeah. And you know what was also like inappropriate, but like also like didn't care, is like I was like bomb at massages. And the camp counselors are always like, yeah, give me a massage. Clearly it was, you know, just like shoulders. It wasn't anything like R. Kelly status. But, you know, they were like, yeah, come on over. Maybe that's why they were friends with me. Because I like gave them massages? I don't know. No, I think I was like a cool ass camper. I was popular when I was younger. Now I hate everyone. No, but just drop in the comments. Like if you guys have a camp experience, if you went to Camp Anawana, if you went to Camp Linden, if you went to Camp Firewood, which is in Wet Hot American Summer, like tell me where you went to camp. Tell me your experiences. Like I want to know. That's pretty much it. I literally don't have much to talk about this week besides the fact that I was like, yeah, let's talk about camp, because like Nick Cannon just had his like 97th child this week alone. So his like doula is booked and busy. Who else? Like the January 6th insurrection hearings happening, and apparently Donald Trump has a hard time saying the word yesterday. So there's that. I mean, there's just so much like the world is on fire basically, because this heat wave, and we're heading into recession. So, you know, amazing things all around. But yeah, I'll be back next week. I hope. I keep saying that. I need to have an interview, like somebody be like, yes, interview me, let's do this. I want to get back to that. But yeah, that's it. So until next week, guys, Antisocial, Socialite out.